With it or quit it. With it, quit it.
What?
With it.
We about to turn up in this bitch.
All right, what am I winning or quitting today?
Robert James Gronkowski retired from the NFL on Sunday. Gronk helped Tom Brady and the Patriots win 3 Super Bowl championships. After 9 seasons of dominance, he is definitely on his way to the Hall of Fame. Joy. Gronk is the second greatest tight end of all time. With it or quit it.
I am going to with that, actually.
Okay.
We are, if you don't understand why we're wearing the shades,
Shouts out.
Google Gronk. I don't think he
Shades.
still likes these, but I wouldn't be surprised if he still has some of them.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rob. I've known Rob for a very long time. Great guy. And
Did you know him as Rob?
Yes, I knew him as Rob.
Yeah,
actually.
just
Yeah,
Rob.
I did not call him Gronk. I've never called him Gronk. I've referred to him as Gronk because it's the only thing people know him as.
Right.
But yeah, no, I call him Rob. Great career. Congratulations on a great career. Pride of Woodland Hills High School. Shout out Woody High, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that Gronk, who I will refer to from moving forward, these glasses are ridiculous.
It's
very hard,
they're fogging up.
very difficult to focus.
Definitely fogging up
Yours
at the
are fogging up because you're wearing a hat.
True. That
And
could've been
as
it.
you know, the purpose of hats of that sort is to
Right.
keep your head warm.
And I have a lot of hair, and it's
Right.
my chest is
You also
itching.
still have the UV 400 sticker. So these are actually functioning sunglasses. They're not just to look ridiculous.
Functioning.
I mean, if they have the UV, is that
Yeah,
helping?
that's what I always
Is it
people-
helping to rub the? I feel like you should rub the inside where
to get
the
the UV playing up.
well, if you're trying to get it to
I see
unsteam.
it. Oh, I see it. Okay.
So anyway, Gronk,
yes.
Gronk is the second best tight end of all time. To me, Shannon Sharp is the best tight end of all time.
I mean,
Gronk follows him closely.
yes.
The only nod I would give to Shannon is that Shannon played longer.
But Gronk had more touchdowns. But I like to argue, as dominant as Gronk has been his entire career, like he's not better than Shannon Sharp because Shannon Sharp gave us, 62 touchdowns in an era where running backs ran the NFL.
Right.
Let's just be real. And Gronk had Tom Brady and Bill Belichick this entire time where Shannon bounced around with 2 different teams and the same amount
Shannon
of...
had a decent quarterback, pretty decent quarterback.
Yeah, the second time when he came over to the Ravens and still got the national championship with no quarterback.
Super Bowl.
I'm sorry. What did I say?
National championship. I don't know why you would say
That's
that.
a big one.
Anyway, I agree with you. I agree with you, but they're very close. And then to me, I think it's arguable with Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna put Rob second just because Rob has the rings.
Yeah.
But Tony is arguable because Tony's numbers are just insane. I mean, he's a 14-time Pro Bowler, 6-time first team All Pro. Like you can go down the numbers. Tony's obviously first ballot Hall of Famer, and then you have Antonio Gates, and I mean after that you can argue a bunch of different players: Kellen Winslow, Jason Witten,
Jeremy Shockey was
Ozzie
my
Newsome,
favorite
Jeremy Shockey,
player to watch.
Jimmy Graham. Like,
Yeah.
there's obviously huge names out there that were influential to the tight end position, but I think those are the top 4 for me.
Right.
Pretty interchangeable. I think Shannon at the top just because of the rings, and the longevity, and Rob is close there. But overall, like Gronk had a career that I feel like over the last couple years has kind of been. Not dismissed, but just gone a little unappreciated because of his injuries.
Right.
Obviously, he did have a lot of catastrophic injuries, but he was at one point the most dominant, powerful, game-changing offensive weapon maybe in NFL history, like
No
that we had
question.
ever seen. No one could tackle him. You had to double team him. If he got the ball,
that didn't work.
you were getting yards after the catch. Like he was unstoppable and fast, like you had never seen a big guy run before, agile with wiggle. Like we forget all of what Gronk was because of the past couple years and the injury. That's why I'm really happy for him that he was able to have the influence on the Super Bowl that he had this
Right.
year, because it brought it back to like,
one big
don't
play.
forget what Gronk really was
Right.
to the NFL. I know there's like some murmurs out there that he's going to come back. I don't see that at all. He's not, despite his whole bad boy party image, he's actually a very locked up guy. Like he hasn't blown through his money. He's very responsible, and
The
he
Patriots
hasn't
haven't
been.
got rid of him.
The Patriots haven't gotten rid of him, and he's
So-
never been in any actual trouble.
Yeah.
Like for all of the shenanigans, like dude just likes to party. That's what he is, and he's never apologized for it.
Yeah.
So
Let's drink light beer. was a fan of, but like, y'all got chill, man. Y'all keep coming for Miller Lite and Coors. Like, I get it. The corn syrup thing, that's hard. But like, y'all coming at them different angles, man. It just doesn't seem any fair.
I have a question. Does anyone care if there's corn syrup in beer?
I do now.
I do.
Why? Why did I ask you that question? Never mind.
Exactly.
I just like I immediately regret
brew in
asking
a
that.
jar.
Sorry,
I
you
do.
drink beer out of mason jars, so I should not ask you that question. I
Cold brew I
actually
brewed at
prefer
home, but
cold
yeah.
roasted hops with a scent of maple, sprinkled with some paprika in my beer.
Sounds pretty good, Joy.
Does actually sound not bad. Paired with a nice sandwich.
Is Gronk top 2 Patriot of all time? Then we move on. Just need to.
I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful to the long history of Patriots, but
But
you make that argument. And I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. At me, bro.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't come back, like Witten. Like, does it restart Witten's clock?
Yeah, I think
now?
it's from when you actually retire, not fake retire.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anyway, what's next?
Shouts out Ashley. Okay, the UFC cash cow Conor McGregor announced his retirement to mixed martial arts, saying, "I wish all my old colleagues well going forward in competition. Blah, 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 blah. Proper pina coladas on me, fellas." Former UFC superstar Ronda Rousey said, "We'll see how permanent this retirement is." Joy, Conor McGregor ain't done fighting yet. With it or quit it?
I am going to quit it. I think he is done.
Really?
Some news has dropped. We're done with these.
Yeah, I was like,
woo! That's over.
Jeez.
Forever. Where did you? I don't even know where we
Now
found
more
those.
obstruction. That's
Just a moment of adjustment.
That's gotta look great. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Don't do it. It's just going to scratch something. I'm going to be so mad. All right. Anyway, some news has come out that he's being investigated for some sexual harassment or something or other in Ireland.
Always bad.
So we don't know what's going on with that yet, obviously. There's some other laws for how you can report on that in Ireland. So we're just getting that from the New York Times today. But he did announce his retirement. He does have the proper whiskey. Is what's called proper whiskey?
Yes, proper 12.
Proper 12.
Proper 12 whiskey.
Yeah, I'm not a huge whiskey drinker, so I'm sure it's fine. But anyway, I'm definitely not drinking whiskey inside pina coladas either. That's for rum.
Yeah.
That's for sweetness. Actually, I prefer a virgin pina colada. It tastes much better. It does, because if I'm drinking a sweet beverage by the pool for the taste, it's virgin pina colada.
Now, I was
if I'm drinking it for the purpose,
Yeah.
it's a margarita.
Well, I was gonna really fight you, but a virgin strawberry daiquiri at Red Lobster is just.
I mean, they're
the
just
best drink to
delicious.
have.
It's like so much better without the alcohol. It
just-
it takes away from the delicious extra sugariness.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, I do think he is actually going to retire this time for multiple reasons. One, I don't think he is crazy enough to get back into the Octagon and get his ass beat, because that helps no one. Right? It already kind of felt like he was retired. He was on some sort of suspension for the I forget what altercation it was. I'm not even going to pretend like I know what he was suspended for this time. The bus thing. That's what he was suspended for. Because I thought it was for something else.
It could be.
I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, the point is, he had a great career and it was short. And that's kind of just the UFC way.
Yeah.
And people always think it's like the end of the UFC when Ronda left, when George St. Pierre was gone.
Right.
Like every time one of the superstar leaves, Chuck Liddell, like Anderson Silva, John Bones Jones is done, it's over. Like, it's never over. They're going to find another superstar. They're going to captivate us. There's going to be storylines, because that's the nature of that sport. And the reason it's like that is because everyone loses in that sport. There's too many ways to lose. It's not like boxing where you can be Floyd Mayweather and master the sweet science and not get hit and go undefeated.
Yeah.
It's possible to do that. It's impossible to go undefeated in UFC as superstar level. Like, you're just going to fight somebody who's good enough. They're going to sneak you. Something bad's going to happen. There's just too many ways to lose. And then once you lose, your immortality goes away, and then it just like then you have to come back, and it's just the whole thing.
UFC is one of those rare sports where even when you win, you lose. Like, a lot of those guys, you can win as much as you want, but you're losing every time you get out of that ring, and it's hard to get back into it.
It's taking a little bit out of you. Right. And Conor McGregor has made $1 bajillion, and the only reason I would see him getting back into a ring or an octagon is because he's running low on those funds. So if he was to do anything, I could see him boxing again. I couldn't see him going back into the octagon again. I'm not going to get dramatic about this retirement because obviously he has retired and unretired before, and
As leverage.
fighters sometimes do that.
Right.
And the new news may have had something to do with this retirement. Who knows? But overall, he was sort of out of sight, out of mind for me anyway. So this isn't like a huge, colossal announcement to me. It's just like, oh, okay, you're just doing your other stuff now, which I kind of assumed you were going to do anyway. Because I have no interest in seeing Conor McGregor get back in there and get his ass beat. Like,
he should have sent a follow-up tweet thanking Floyd Mayweather for the opportunity to retire, because without that payday, he may have had to step in the octagon a couple more times.
I think he was talking about former colleagues or something.
I know, but I'm saying it's Floyd Mayweather. He's got him to think about why he.
I mean,
really
look, he's
retire.
an all-time fighter. He's going to go down in history as one of the greatest, if in some people's opinions, the greatest talker of all time.
Okay, I'm gonna take it there.
You know, however you want to look at some of the things that happened during the Mayweather McGregor press tour, which I thought was an insane concept to begin with.
Right.
What do you expect is going to happen? But anyway, the point is, great career. Thank you for the content. Not really moving me because I kind of already felt like he was done.
Deuces.